Hello there, my fellow Yugi-tubers. This is Tricky1 bringing you a new video. Now, some of y'all may have heard of the Yugi-tuber Galactic God, and if you haven't, you should check him out. He's got great openings, he has good content, he let us know what was going on at Comic-Con with the new tins and whatnot. You should definitely check him out. He's a pretty cool guy. And he has a challenge. Make a wind-up deck that doesn't have Hunter. Just in case people are talking about, whoa, well, the deck is trash without Hunter, and, oh, well, nothing matters once they ban Hunter, because without the hand loop, you can't do anything. So saying the Hunter might get banned. He's like, can a wind-up deck still be good without the Hunter? This is my effort to try to prove that, yes, it can. Alright, I'm going to go through a quick deck list real quick, followed by an explanation. You got 2 Effect Veilers, Sangan, Spirit Reaper, 3 Tour Guides, 2 Wind-Up Kittens, 2 Magicians, 2 Rabbits, Triple Rat, Triple Shark, Double Soldier, Double Warrior. For the spells, you got Dark Hole, Heavy, Mind Control, Monster Reborn, Avarice, kinda staples, Wind-Up Factory. Traps. You've got Bottomless Trap Hole, you've got Fiendish Chains, you've got Mirror Force, 2 Overwinds, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warnings, and 1 Torrential. It's a 40-card deck. I would have liked to fit some MSTs and stuff in here, but I believe in 40-card decks. Usually I go for the whole 20-10-10 ratio, though with this deck, I decided to get away from that a little bit. Alright, extra deck. 2 Zenmains, 3 Carriers, 1 Zenmayo, 1 Adrius, 1 Tempo, 1 Steel Swarm Roach, 1 Leviathan, 1 String Djinn, because that's what everyone calls him, 1 Levier the Sea Dragon, 1 Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, 1 Adrius Keeper of Armageddon, and 1 Ally of Justice Cataster. This is all a legal deck that I could play right now if I wanted to. I'm not gonna put in cards that are coming out later, or once the ban list is out, these cards will be out. No. He wants a deck, as of right now, that you can make. And I actually own all these cards, but I wanted to give a better quality video by having it on DN. Alright, side deck. 2 DD Crow, Triple Electric Virus, Double Chain Disappearance, Double Imperial Iron Wall, Double Light Imprisoning, Double Shadow Imprisoning, and Double Trap Stun. Okay, let's get into some explanation. Double Effect Veiler. The only reason it's not triple is because, well, I didn't have the room for my 40 card. Effects are important. Effects make every meta deck go off. Without their effects, they are screwed. There you go. There's your answer. Not to mention, it's a tuner. So if nothing else, you can summon it and go into Cataster and blow up some stuff. Sangan searches every card in this deck except for Soldier. Yeah, except for Soldier. So, I mean, why wouldn't you put that in there? Spirit Reaper, you can either use it to try to knock out some of their hand if you're still obsessed with the hand loop, or if nothing else, it's a shield that's just sitting there getting beat into over and over again, forcing them to have to do something to get rid of it. And for those of you who think, oh, if you Book a Moon it, or something like that, it doesn't work. The Book a Moon will resolve first, flipping it face down, and Spirit Reaper won't kill itself because it's face down. And any other card effect that does that, if you Effect Veiler or Spirit Reaper, it won't die because it got targeted by Effect Veiler, because Veiler will go off first, it'll resolve, and it'll have no effect to kill itself. If you... I'm trying to think of other things I've seen people try to do. But anyway, stuff like that. It won't kill your Reaper. You got Triple Tour Guide. They pull out each other, they pull out Sangan. Quick overlay for level 3, or rank 3. Double Wind-Up Kitten. This card is broken. It's not that strong, but that's okay. You target a monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand. It's a Bryo that you don't discard that bounces monsters. Why wouldn't you run it? And you want to draw it, so why wouldn't you run 2 of it? Okay, you got Magician. 1800 defense, so that's pretty beefy. And if you have a shark in your hand at the same time, you can go off. Those of you who don't know the Magician Shark loop, you summon the Magician, ask if it's good. If they don't Valor it or don't respond, you can continue. You special summon Wind Up Shark. Then Magician's effect will go off. You can then special out another Magician. And then you can change Shark to level 5 or level 3 back when Hunter was around. But Hunter's gone in this deck. And your level 5s are your beefy ones. So you're going to go into level 5. And then that's going to trigger the other Magician. You can special summon. This is where you have to choose. You can special summon a rat. You can special summon your kitten. You can special summon a soldier, a warrior, or you can pull out another shark. I think honestly, I might go ahead and pull out either soldier or warrior just because I want to keep those sharks in my deck. I want to be able to draw them. And soldier can boost himself to higher attack and level 5. And warrior is actually a pretty nice card. He can boost the level of any wind up on the field. And it's attack by 600. So he can become a level 5, but he can turn rat into a 4. He can turn magician into a 5. You can turn rabbit into a 4. You can turn shark into a 6 if you combine it with shark's own effect. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities for that guy. So you go into shark, he's 5, special out something else, make it level 5. Then you're going to overlay. You're going to take those 2 magicians, and you're going to probably turn them into a Steel Swarm Roach, just so they can't get anything off. And if you notice, Roach has 1900 attack. A magician has 600 attack. So you're trading in 1200 attack for 19 with a kick-ass effect because you've already used the magician's effect. Do it. Now the sharks, they both have 1500 attack. Or if you did shark and one of these guys, you're sitting on more attack. I suggest attacking with them first. Unless they have a lot of back row you're scared of. But I would attack with them first. Do the damage. Then you can overlay. If they had back row, you're probably going to want to go into either Arsenal and just destroy the back row, or Tiras and keep yourself safe. Personally, I would probably go into Tiras if it's early game, because you're sitting on a Roach and a Tiras. And you can attack with a Tiras. If nothing happens, you get to blow up one of their cards. Okay, continuing. Wind Up Rabbit. I run 2 of it. Why don't I run 3? Because I don't want to, in all honesty. I mean, it's a good card. If nothing else, you can summon rat, switch rat to defense to special out the rabbit out of your grave, then tell the rabbit to banish the rat. On your standby phase, you get the rat back. If you have to, you can use that as an endless little attack defense loop. They'll just kill the rat, or kill the rabbit. Your rat's back, bring it back, rinse and repeat over and over and over and over and over. What other things you can do with it, though? Let's say you have, I don't know, a shark in your hand, you have a magician who hasn't used its effect yet, whatever, and you have a rabbit. What you can do is use this rat's effect, special out whatever, use rabbit to banish the rat, overlay 2 of your level 3s into Leviair, Then special back your rat, and get its effect again. Boom! You just got 2 special summons thanks to that one rat because of your rabbit helping you out. Another thing you can do, if you have a magician on the field who hasn't gone off yet, you summon it, or it's already on the field, I'm sorry. You summon Rabbit. Rabbit's own effect on itself to banish it. That will trigger Magician's effect. Use Magician's effect to special out the other rabbit. Use that rabbit in defense mode, mind you. Use that rabbit's effect to special out your other magician. Well, technically you're going to use the rabbit to banish that magician. Hold on, I said that wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. I am terribly sorry. You have magician on the field. You summon rabbit. You use rabbit's effect to banish itself. You use magician to special another rabbit. You use that rabbit to banish your magician, to where you just have the rabbit left on the field. If they kill it, oh well, not that big a deal. Because what's happening? On your next standby phase, you're getting a wind-up magician whose effect can be used again, and a wind-up rabbit whose effects get to be used again. Those are some deadly things, because then you're also going to be able to summon. You're going to be able to go off, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be great. So yeah. Wind-up rat. You run 3 of this, no matter what. You switch it to defense, you get to special summon any wind-up from your graveyard. Why wouldn't you run this? In 3. Same with shark. You summon a wind-up, you get to special summon a shark. That is amazing. That is the power behind this deck. This is why this was topped in American YCS, and why it's not used in OCG, because they don't have this card. If they had this card, they would run this deck. This card is broken. It can be level 3, it can be level 4, it can be level 5. It special summons itself. I mean, that is ridiculous. Wind Up Soldier. Level 4 to start, 1800 beater. You can use its effect, make it level 5, and it becomes a 2200 beater. So you're either going to overlay or you're going to smack them for a lot of attack. I already explained Wind Up Warrior. Dark Hole, I really hope I don't have to explain this. Heavy, all of these. Avarice. You're going to want your monsters back in your deck again and draw 2. I mean, there is no bad reason to use Pot of Avarice. You draw it first hand, that is perfectly okay. You hold that until you're ready. Wind Up Factory. Those of you who don't know. You activate a wind-up effect, Wind Up Factory goes off. You get another wind-up to your hand. You search for that shark, typically. I mean, there's no question about it. Because then, whenever you're going to summon a wind-up, you're going to be able to just special that shark from your hand, and you're done. I mean, it's great. You run 2. You don't want to run 3, because then it's cloggy. Bottomless. Kinda helps stop whatever your opponent's big guy is from coming out. Fiendish Chain. Stops effects. Mirror Force. Blows up their monsters. Overwind. Oh my god. This card is ridiculous. I have won games because of this card. I don't run it in my deck that I have now because I use Hunter and I just focus on the loop and whatnot. But if Hunter was gone, this card is broken. I used to use it. Target one face-up wind-up monster you control. Its attack and defense are doubled, and it returns to your hand at the end phase. There's other cards that double Machine's attack, and they're great. I think, like, Limiter Removal or something. And they're great. But this card is crazy. Because, think about this. You're gonna go off, you're gonna do all kinds of craziness, you're gonna have a bunch of monsters on the field, activate Rat's effect, you're gonna pull back something, Overwind on your rat. Your rat is coming back to your hand, so you get to reuse its effect again. Overwind your kitten so it doesn't stay on the field. You get to summon it again and bounce another one of their cards. overwind your soldier or your warrior, boost those levels again. Overwind that shark, turn around, special summon it again. There's all kinds of possibilities with it. Solemn Brigade, I hope I don't have to explain, and a torrential tribute. Okay. Extra deck explanation. Zen mains. You can just sit on a Zen mains and blow up their stuff if they try doing something to you. It's a great shield. You don't want 3 because then it takes away room in your extra deck. You do want 3 of carrier. If you don't know what it does, once per turn you detach a material from it, special summon a wind up from your hand or deck. It's awesome. But there's another effect that no one ever thinks about. When a face-up wind-up monster on the field is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, except during damage step, you can detach 1 Xyz from this card to target that wind-up and return it to the hand. You don't understand how good that is. Say they play Smashing Ground, or Soul Taker, I believe, destroys, or any of those things like that, Fissure, whatever. You can detach and add it back. So what they basically did is let's say, here, reuse your wind-up effect. This is awesome. Granted, we all use it for the special summoning because you can do all kinds of broken, crazy Xyz, and yeah. Detach, pull out all your rats, and just have a swarm of monsters on the field and just go for game. Okay. Zenmayo destroys 2 set cards on the field. It's really, really handy. And it's a 2600 beater, because it's a rank 5. Tiras can't be destroyed by card effects, and is a 2600 beater. And when it attacks or gets attacked, at the end of the battle phase, you get to blow up one of their cards. It's awesome. Tempo. You use that for when your opponent has an Exceed monster, like Zen mains, or whatever. You detach a material from it, you detach a material from your opponent's Exceed, and then it gains 500, so it becomes a 2200. Pretty handy. Steel Swarm Roach. Say you're against Chaos, or Dragons, or something else that's likes a bunch of high levels. Roach just says no. He acts like a Solemn and negates the summon, without paying life points. He's amazing. He's rank 4. He's a way to get rid of your magicians now that you're not popping them with your hunter. Leviathan. He's a rank 3 that's 2500. I mean, he's the Stardust for this generation. Granted, you should still run Stardust if you have tuners. You've got Mizu Rhythm, the String Djinn. When he attacks a monster, he becomes 3000. Let me explain something to you. I run this instead of Acid Golem. You do not want to run Acid Golem. Acid Golem is a horrible card. Unless your opponent has skill drain on the field, you never go into Acid Golem. That card will lose you duels. And apparently we just timed out due to inactivity. So, we're going to refresh the page. Yeah, we're going to leave the page even though we're staying on the same page. Skip the music. And go back. And Galactic God. Okay. So as I was saying, there's no reason to not run that. Whoa, it reorganized my extra deck. Okay. I'm fine with that. Okay, so Acid Golem. Sorry, I got distracted. Every standby phase, you either have to detach one of its 2 materials, or you take 2000. While it's on the field, you can't special summon. Wind up special summon out the ass. That's what they do. And if you can't detach... Oh, and while it has no materials, it can't even attack. So yes, it's a 3000 beater that after 2 turns is going to be burning you for 2000 every single turn. It is so nasty, it will cause you to lose duels because you won't be able to special summon, and you're just going to be losing life points, losing life points, losing life points, and then you're done. The only reason you should run that is if you run like creature swaps, or skill drains, stuff like that. It's a nasty card. Don't run it. Run this guy. When he attacks, he gets 3,000. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry. Levier. If one of your guys gets banished, you special summon it back. It's pretty awesome. They're all level 4 or lower while they're banished. So you can pull every single card in this deck back. Like I said with the rabbit, you banish your rat, you get your rat back, you use its effect again. It's pretty great. Adrius blows up a face-up card. Say they have some craziness going on. Maybe they're a stall deck and they have Mirror or Swords of Revealing Light on the field. Maybe you're against Dark Worlds and you're tired of looking at that field spell. Maybe they have BLS and you don't like seeing it. Maybe they have a Spirit Reaper and you want to blow it up. Maybe you're staring a Dolka or a Logia in the face, then you're gonna cry. Unless it has no material, then you're just gonna blow it up. Say you want to go for game, you want to do more damage, they have something weak there. You blow it up, you attack. Okay, the reason I run Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger. There are 3 reasons. 1. You can overlay it on top of a level 5 or level 6, rank 5 or 6. Tyrus, once he's out of turns, because you have to detach at the end phase. Adrius, once he's blown up a bunch of stuff. Arsenal, Zenmaio, once he's blown up a bunch of stuff. Once they're useless with their effects, stack this on top of it, it gets piercing. Oh, piercing. That leads me to reason number 2. It's a piercer, 2600. Piercing damage. Oh, you're gonna sit there on a Spirit Reaper in defense mode? I'll do you 2400 piercing every turn, sure. You have Marshmallow sitting there? Okay. I mean, it's a great card. Reason number 3. Heretics and dragons and people that are dumb. You can mind control their rank 5s and just stack it on top. It acts like Utopia Array. Remember how they would have Utopia mind control it, stack C39, it's now yours? You do that to their stuff. That brings me to the side deck, but I can't get there yet because Cataster or Kablaster does just that. He attacks something, it's not dark, it dies. Simple. Moving on. Side deck. The reason Gaia Dragoon's so good. Electric Virus. People are obsessed with these dragons and these heretics. They go into a tum. If you have 2 electric viruses in your hand, or a Veiler and an electric virus, you drop that Veiler or that electric virus and take control of it till the end phase. That's probably going to shut them up. They're going to end their turn, they get the electric virus back. Your turn. Draw. Drop electric virus. Take their tum. Stack Gaia Dragoon the Thunder Charger on top of it. You just interrupted their play, you stole their monster, gave yourself a piercer, and now they can't special summon worth shit. And they're gonna cry. They're gonna be like, why do you run that? You don't even have dragons. And you're gonna be like, because I'm smart. Because Tricky One told me how good this card is. Because I am the best. Okay, Electric Virus. By discarding this card from your hand to the grave, take control of 1 machine or dragon your opponent controls. You're against dragons, it shuts them down. Every deck is gonna have a Zen mains in it. You're gonna go against some random ass little kid or some random ass grown ass man who's gonna be like, I have a Zen mains in my extra deck, and he doesn't even have level 3s in his deck. Because everyone's gonna have Zen mains because of that stupid tin with the stupid guaranteed Zen mains coming this month, and people are just gonna be like, ha ha ha, I have Zen mains. You can't hit me. You drop Electric Virus, it acts like a mind control. You move it out the way, swing for game. DD Crow. Anyone that needs their grave for special things? Say no. Shadow imprisoning, light imprisoning. Light imprisoning stops constellars. It stops the family thunders, you know, Fa thunder, Ma thunder, Sis thunder. It stops heretics. It stops light rays and light sworns and all that fun stuff. You've got shadow imprisoning, stops injectors, stops some chaos, stops some dragons. Not really, but sometimes. Stops the dark worlds, stops anything related to a dark archetype. You got chain disappearances. They got injectors. You hit that hornet or that dragonfly, they're gonna have a lot harder time. You're in a mirror match, you hit that rat, they're gonna have a hell of a time. I was in a duel, I was using my injectors, he was using windups. I sided into chain disappearances. I chain disappearanced his wind-up rat and his tour guide. The best two targets you could hit against him. He was not a happy camper. Imperial Iron Wall. Cards cannot be removed from play. You're against the Chaos deck, they can't summon. They're trying to DD Crow your stuff. You play that, they can't do it. Trap Stun. This card is so good for so many reasons. Let's say they have a big monster with a great effect that they summon. You Fiendish Chain it. They're like, okay, end. Your turn. Play Mind Control. You still can't attack or use its effect because it's Fiendish Chained. Activate Trap Stun. All traps are negated this turn. Fiendish Chain doesn't work. You now have a monster that can attack and has a great effect. Secondly, you know you're about to go for game. Draw phase. Activate Trap Stun. Response? No. Good. That chain resolves. They can't solemn your shit. They can't mirror force you. They can't Fiendish Chain you. They can't bottomless you. They can't torrential you. They can't do shit with their traps because they said okay. So you're gonna draw. You're gonna activate it. It's gonna go through. You're gonna go, okay. Summon. Let's see. With this deck, summon Magician, special Shark, special another Magician, Shark to 3. Effect, special out a... I guess you could special out a rabbit. Overlay 2 Magicians for Hen, steals 1 Roach. Overlay Shark and Rabbit for Carrier. Effect, pull out Rabbit, or Rat, effect, Carrier, effect, Carrier. And then you end it on... I guess a Leviathan would be a good option. Unless they have a monster. Then you end it on Mazirith. So then you're going to have 1,500, 3,000, 45, another 19, so you're looking at 64, and then you've got another 25. You got game just because you played Trap Stun and they couldn't interrupt you. Unless they Veilered you or some shit like that, or they have Battle Fader. That doesn't matter, we're not talking about that. And even if they do have Battle Fader, that's why you've got the Shadow and Light Imprisonings and all this other stuff. It's great. Okay, that's my deck. It's a little bit of a rant. I hope I win Galactic God's approval and his contest, and he enjoys this. Go check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. We're not allowed to say the things that we like to say because we really could use y'all's help, so I'm not gonna say it, but hopefully you know what it means and you'll do it, because 2 down, 98 more to go until camera. Hopefully y'all understand what that means. And this is Tricky One signing out.